Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video I thought I would talk you through 3 cheat tip tricks, hacks. What word am I going to use? One of those, 3 ways to add doodles into your planner if perhaps you're not that confident at drawing or you're beginning your drawing journey. These are ways that I've previously used years back when I wasn't too confident with adding complicated doodles, but I still wanted them in my journal. I still wanted them to make my journal look good. So 3 ways to add doodles in if you're not that confident with doodling yourself.
Some of the things you'll need are some greaseproof paper or tracing paper, a phone, the journal that you want to put it into, and your necessary pens. Tip 1 is to turn your phone into a light box. Light boxes are expensive, but if you turn the brightness level of your phone all the way up, you will be then able to follow on to tip number 2, which is to go and search out for whatever image that you want to transfer, but use the word colouring page at the end of that Google search. So for this one, I wanted to draw a flower, so I typed into Google flower colouring page, and up pops some beautiful black and white images that I can then put the phone under my page and I can begin to trace out a lovely rose into my journal. This point must come with a disclaimer that the image that you may be copying could be subject to copyright, and if you're using it for personal use and just putting it in your own journal for your own enjoyment, then there really isn't a problem in that. But if you then go on to put it on social media and let the world know that you're really impressed, as you should be, with this beautiful rose, it is worth noting that it's common courtesy to just give a shout out and tag the original creation so that people know that you didn't come up with it yourself, that you did go onto Google, you did find this beautiful image and it inspired you to put it into your journal. There's no shame in saying that you used somebody else's image if the image is beautiful to begin with. Equally, you don't have to just do a Google image search. Lots of bullet journalers out there have online resources where we give away free doodles, free layouts, free printables. If you've got a phone, then you can open up those PDF documents on your phone. This is one of mine that's available over on Doodle Day Darlings, and you can use it exactly the same way, put it underneath the page. But if you want to get better at drawing, then there's a handy little grid trick for tip number 3. If you want to get better at drawing, then I heartily recommend that you measure the width of your phone, which for me in this case is 6 centimeters, and draw out a 3x3 grid that's at least the width of your phone, and then place that over the image that you want to transfer. In your journal, you don't have to have the same size squares. You can make them as big or as small as you want. It's obviously going to affect the size of your finished doodle. But by doing it like this, there's a lot of children books that do this, where they give you a little grid to transfer a doodle. It gives you a really good chance to practice putting things in perspective and working out which lines you're going to do, because for this one I'm only doodling in the lines for that middle square. So if they come in at the centre of that middle square, then my line's going to come in at the centre. This one was slightly over to the right, but you're easily able to see where these lines go in and out, so it just makes it easier to transfer a large image because you're breaking it down into 9 small little boxes where you're just focusing on putting the 9 sort of lines in on those boxes. I hope I've explained that well. It may have come out a little bit jargoned. If you've ever used this trick, hopefully you will understand what I'm trying to say about it, but it is a really handy way of beginning to learn perspective, learn your doodles, and it's definitely something that I've done in the past. By doing this, you're learning how you're spacing, so at some point you'll stop putting that grid into your journal, but you will still be thinking of what the grid does. So when you then look at an image, you may not have to draw the grid anymore. You will just draw it, and hopefully you'll find that perspective will start to really come. And I think half of doodling is getting the perspective right. A lot of people that tell me that they can't doodle is that obviously they've done something and it's not looked like the image they're copying from, and that's purely just because lines and angles weren't the same as what you were looking at. So this is a really good way of getting better at learning lines, angles, perspective, and all of that jazz.
So that's it for this video guys. That's my 3 easy cheap hacks at putting doodles into your journal. If you don't have necessarily the drawing skills or you want to improve on your drawing skills, then you can use it that. All the printables that I mentioned will be over on my website doodledaydarlings.com. Shameless plug. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what hacks or tricks that you try to put doodles in your journal, if you've used any of the ones that I've talked about. I'd love to hear from you and see what doodles you've been up to and where you're at with your doodle journey. I get a couple of comments from people that are at the beginning of their doodle journey, so I really hope for you guys this video is helpful. But as usual, I will see you on Sunday for weekly uploads and miscellaneous content throughout the week. Bye!